Hi, this review is for the Arteza Metallic Watercolor Set. These 24 half pans come in a nice metal tin with plenty of mixing spaces and a water brush. The outer packaging had gotten a bit beat up in shipping, but it kept the inner items in really nice shape. I love the fact that they included a black and white paper color chart. It's a thick cardstock and not watercolor paper, but it held up well for the swatching. The half pans are made of clear plastic, allowing you to see the product all the way through. The stickers wrap all the way around and unfortunately were too long to reattach to the bottom of the pans. I usually like to do that with my sets that have no writing on the pans themselves, so I can always have them labeled. I'm hopeful that the reason that they have an item code number in addition to the color name is maybe they're planning to offer these as individual replacements in the future. While not overly hard to re-wet, I definitely found these easier to use after first allowing a drop of water to sit on the surface of the paint for a few seconds. The color selection is a little pale. There's no deep blue, royal purple, emerald green, and no intense red or vivid orange. The selection has quite a few colors that lean towards pink, and many have a pearl shimmer that leans more towards white. Definitely a more pale selection, not very vibrant or intensely colorful. Paul Rubens glitter watercolors are another similar product made in China. When comparing both 24 color sets, only a few of the colors resemble each other. There is also a difference in sparkle level. However, the Arteza set is a little cheaper in price, and they often run sales discounts. Paul Rubens has a bit more shine, but also more intense colors. Paul Rubens allows for more of a full rainbow of colors on dark paper and were easier to use because each color looked the same on white paper or dark paper, so you kind of know what to expect when using them over any color. On black paper, almost half of the Arteza colors have an almost pastel-like pearl white shine, and some of the others have a surprisingly different hue than when used on white. Both of those sets pale in comparison to the Finetec brand made in Germany. Those Mica watercolors are much more expensive though. I think all three brands have their own unique audience. Arteza in general is a bargain company who makes affordable products aimed at beginners. Their paints can be great for those looking for a good deal or want to use their supplies in a sketchbook or just practice art without breaking the bank. That being said, metallic watercolors always seem to run a bit higher in price than normal watercolors. Paul Rubens' Mica sets cost less than professional grade paints, but they also use fugitive pigments. Finetec, also known as Coliro brand, offers an intensely colored, highly reflective paint that is often extremely light fast and appropriate for professional art. You may hear the myth that mica watercolors are always light fast, but this is not the case. The base ingredient, the pearl white mica itself, PW20, is actually very stable. However, to make all the colors, they actually coat the mica with another pigment or dye. For instance, copper, gold, and bronze watercolors are typically made with PR101, a stable red iron oxide, coating the mica to give it a brown to red shimmer. When you get into colors like pinks, greens, purples, the manufacturer might decide to use a fugitive pigment to coat the mica. So I'll be running a light fast test on this set to find out within a few months which colors have faded and which are suitable for art to hang on a wall. For this first example, I sketched a fish on black watercolor paper. I'll put the links to the paper, pens, and all the sets I compared today in the description below. These paints flowed off my brush as expected, and the colors blend and layer well. Some of the colors definitely show up on black better than white paper. It was really helpful to go into this with a swatch chart nearby. I could see these being particularly useful for iridescent wildlife, but also for decorative accents on top of your regular non-mica watercolors. In this second example, I'll show you how well these work on white paper, along with showing their ability to be transparent enough to use over an ink drawing. I think it's a decent product for the price if you like the overall pale pearlescent color selection. It also depends on if you can find other alternatives I mentioned easier or for less money in the area you live. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this brand, and as always, I appreciate your feedback. If you'd like to see more, you can find all of my detailed swatch card images, results from my independent light-fast testing, and other art supply reviews on my website. I'm currently building a huge pigment database where thousands of colors can be compared side by side with paint from other brands. Updates about this project along with line art drawings and high-res color scans, are also available on Patreon. Thanks for watching.